What are you scared of? Failure? Being seen? Never being enough? Same. But let me tell you why I think we are both catastrophizing. Think of what you're scared of. There are probably some things to genuinely be scared about. Things outside of your control. But there are probably also some things in your list that revolve more around your felt inadequacy. Like you are scared to try something new because you might fail or look stupid, or you're afraid of going outside without looking your best. Or when you are actually doing something, you are very perfectionist and hard on yourself about it. And I'll ask you again, what are you scared of really? Because let's say you usually don't go outside without makeup. You are probably scared of how people might react. First of all, though, do you really care what that random stranger in the supermarket is thinking about you? If so, I can gladly tell you probably nothing. Because people have their own lives that they worry about and that they're concerned with, so they will most certainly not be offended by your bare face. Let's say you meet someone you know. Maybe someone you want to impress, like a crush, for example. What are you afraid of? That they might lose respect for you? But do you really want someone like that in your life? Someone so superficial? It feels so real, but it's so silly if we really think about it. Let's say you want to try something new, but you're afraid to fail. Honestly, why? What would happen? Probably nothing, right? If you really want to do this thing, and you're afraid, so you don't try, you will fail 100% because you didn't even try. If you want to become a doctor, but you're afraid to be rejected from medical school, so you never apply, you will never become a doctor. And I understand that if you try and get rejected, it might hurt more in the moment, but imagine you're on your deathbed. Wouldn't you prefer to have tried every possible thing to become a doctor and maybe even failed than to not know if you could have become one if you actually tried? Wouldn't the thought of having given up on yourself before ever trying hurt more than if you would have tried and failed? Let's take me as another example. When I want to make YouTube videos, but I'm scared, so I don't make any, I failed at being a YouTuber, right? Because I didn't make any videos. The only way to become a YouTuber is to make the videos. And it doesn't matter that I'm insecure about my English not being perfect, or my chronic skin condition flaring up, or even that you all think that I'm uninteresting. Because most of you probably won't care anyways. What actually matters is that I show up and I put out videos that I am proud of, no matter if no one watches them. You know what? There actually is some freedom in that. Because if nobody is watching, I can do whatever the hell I want. Another thing I wanted to talk about is perfectionism, or the fear of making mistakes. Because when you look at it objectively, would you really punish someone for making an honest mistake? Would you put them down about it? Most likely not. So what exactly are you afraid of when you have to hold a PowerPoint presentation, for example? I thought about it for me, and I'm afraid of making a mistake and having someone literally yell at me for it. Like, get up in my face and yell at me. And when I put that into perspective, first of all, the chances of that happening to me right now are really slim. And when I actually imagine it happening, it doesn't seem as scary anymore. Because you see, this is a fear I have from childhood that my brain tries to keep me safe from. But now as an adult, no one holds the same power over me, so I will never be in that same situation again. If my boss would yell at me like that, I would quit my job. And if someone in my personal life were to do so, I would probably distance myself, and it just wouldn't have the same emotional impact on me. So there really is nothing to be afraid of. Maybe there is something in your past that your brain tries to protect you from, even though this situation will never happen to you again. You have to identify those thought patterns and start taking action to show yourself that you are actually safe now and you can get through this. Because if you don't, your life will be rained by old wounds that get deeper and deeper by invisible blades that you wield. And you deserve better than that.